Let's continue this here. Our push to save the encircled British forces. It's raining in the desert? Oh my god. Very good. And of course we reestablish our links there. Now here. Okay, well, first let's do our reconnaissance. Let's fire just 2 shells at this. No, did we fire 3? We just fired 3. Oh well. Okay. Entrenchments. All the way to 10. Even just a 7, that still helps. Keeps these guys separated out here. Okay, there we go. All right, well, we have 1 battalion, 2 regiments, and a corps here that are still cut off. So we will. No, did we? Yeah, thankfully I just remembered that. Purchase, purchase, purchase. But okay, these guys we can also put them up quick. Hopefully. Okay, Commander-in-Chief Relief Force Royal Flying Corps advised it may be possible to drop supplies from aircraft to help feed the garrison. Okay. Avoid enemy aircraft. Find out various. Okay, yeah, we'll do this. Okay, received supplies dropped from the air. Kut receives supplies from dropped from the air. Very nice. Now, everybody get to the front. Well, ooh, that looks like a brilliant attack. Let's do that. Okay, and let's entrench. We can damage this fort considerably, or take it out even. Well, we are doing splendid, that is for certain. All of the reinforcements or relief have moved up as far as they could. Oh, that didn't need to do that. Supply. We're gonna fall around the dice and not push too far forward to get some other force cut off. Things are going too well, I'm afraid. Okay, receive some supplies from the airdrop. Oh, okay, well. Okay, more airdrop supplies, which I didn't know that they did historically. So let's see. Okay, we can get all the way to 10. Very good. Okay, so we're still sort of secure there. Still, not forever, but for now. We got Still no retreat. Okay, well. Well, we can move that far and smash these guys. Let's do so. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so we're definitely putting pressure on them. Yeah, I was willing to take that hit just to weaken the force here. Okay, so these guys can now, if they can, move up. We know there have been air units around here, so getting our fighters in closer is very good. Other M&Ms. Yes, I'm eating M&Ms, guys. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, more airdrop supplies. Oh, we have our interceptors are close enough. Didn't do too much, maybe, but still. Okay. Now, before we do that, let's look at supplies next turn. Well, there is something of a... I only have 3 action points. Push up. You, we're going to reinforce. There we go. So we are sort of kind of getting the relief already there. Reinforce him, but whatever. Or him. Okay, I think we're going to have a battle for that city. So let's come in here. Well, that's the wrong way. Oh well. There we go. That's right. No, not that far out. Okay. Reinforced. Dug in. I think dug in would be best. So they're getting pressure. More airdrop supplies, yes. Good. Oh, good. Well, I don't. Do we need to take this or just this road in here? I don't know. Well. We've got 3 shots with this artillery. 7, 1 down. And 51. They did not fall. Okay, There we go. Now we got that position. Hello, HQ. Look, can we affect the relief? Looking good, but well, to me, this looks like we have effectively relieved the British garrison. No more way out there. All right, well, here. And see, well, maybe this isn't such a good thing here, but I'm expecting to get supplies. If they do come all the way down here, I'm also expecting they'll maybe not as good as I would hope. The ability to withdraw. Okay. Hey, Beamslam. No more horse meat. Now back to spam again. Yeah. Well, if I'm not mistaken, spam is sort of like ham in a can. I don't know that your Muslim soldiers are going to take to that well. Beam slam. And I think, well, I don't know, but I'm guessing the soldiers that were refusing to eat the horse meat were vegetarian Hindus, but I'm not sure. I am not sure. I don't know that, but I'm guessing that. Yeah, it's canned meat of a sort, but yeah. So we might still have some of that problem. Like we might affect another sort of cutoff down there. Gonna cut off back here, but probably not that. Okay, well. Keep moving you up. Yeah, horse meat might be better than spam. I'm not sure. Okay, we can reinforce you, reinforce you. Hmm. Reports. What I'm wondering is, and I know I've played a lot, not as much as Yog Dog, but I played this a lot, and I don't know of a way to check victory goals, because to me this is relief, but I don't know. I mean, because if we look here, yeah, we have, okay, I thought we had, maybe they've broken them. Oh, okay, we have 3 corps here. The rest, we're talking regiments and battalions mostly. So, although they have lots of chips on the map, we're not doing too bad for size of army. Okay, 5 turns remaining. Okay. What is our goals, our objectives? This over here now. Oh, victory conditions. What are they? Okay, victory conditions. Townsend's forces fighting spirit, or either or are captured by the British. One land unit belonging to the reforce within 2 hexes. Okay, 1, 2. So we need to get to here. Oh, okay. All right. So that's all we need to do. See if that works. British major victory. Wow. Wow, good. Okay, I did not know if this was at all achievable. Still had some air units there. So just getting to that hex. Did it. Okay, so we relieved the besieged forces here. Now, looking at Wikipedia, because I do not keep all these facts in my head. This is not. I knew this is not what happened historically. I knew the British had failed before I started it. 13,164 British soldiers. Well, meaning uh, including Indian army elements, um, went into prisoners to the Ottomans. At the end of this was a massive disaster. The Ottomans did pretty well. Their original commander does well, stopping Townshend from taking Baghdad, gets them besieged. He resigns his command when a German is placed over him, one that had long served within the Ottoman Empire, but he just sort of resigns in protest, saying we really don't need him. And then later on, the German commander dies of cholera during the siege, because sieges, even then, still were sickness was a major element of them, and that affected both besieging and besieged forces. So he goes down, and like I say, Townshend eventually has to surrender. It comes, I believe, after the Gallipoli withdrawal. Now, Gallipoli is ultimately a failure, and a failure of Winston Churchill's. Churchill, throughout his life, thought Europe had a soft underbelly. It doesn't. Primarily because of terrain, and also, and probably still to this day, a lack of infrastructure compared to other parts of Europe. So, but what Churchill mistakes as a soft underbelly is still a way to probe with amphibious forces, and that's how I would see it. Because if you look at the Napoleonic Wars, periodically you have the British landing in places like Italy, kicking some French butt or Franco-Italian butt, and then withdrawing. Not like immediately, but not trying to either hold significant territories in Italy or other mainland locations, often trying to hold islands like Sicily or Corsica, or the one off Greece. Forget Forgetting its name, but capturing some of the islands and raiding on land and forcing Napoleon to spread his army out. Well, so that's the kind of thing. If you look at what could have been good, is the Dardanelles, Gallipoli. That's sort of telegraphed by sending up some ships, and oh shit, there's no defenses, and then they get an amphibious force ready, and the Turks have now realized that they're vulnerable and have large forces there ready to meet them and keep them from a major campaign. Also, I believe in Thessalonica in Greece, there's another sort of larger, both in territory held as well as larger numbers of troops, but not all British, are also there as a sort of a static front that just really is not that effective. So if some if you had been able to do just a little bit more amphibious type stuff and go into some place like Gallipoli and be prepared to withdraw, go into, you could other parts of the, Asia Minor or Turkish mainland, you could do other sorts of raids, out of Cyprus that are raids enough that, are taking a city, not just a few commandos, but go in and take a port, um, whatever, and then be prepared to withdraw when you get a significant response. So that would have been better for that. But this is a trinary front. Secondary would be the sort of initially it's the defensive line is on Suez until T.E. Lawrence, and might interest a few people here that I recently got War in the Desert, a first edition, the first American edition of that, and is by this guy named T.E. Lawrence. Recently got a copy of that. I haven't read it yet, but it's the book that is expanded to being later on after T.E. Lawrence's death, published as the Seven Pillars of Wisdom. But this was the shorter initial release. There was both, I believe, a British and an American release. This is the American one that I got. But with Lawrence taking up where the I always blank on proper names. Taking the port city, boy. Not Elat. That's the one that Israel built, but the other one right near it there. Whatever. Taking that from the rear, that then opens up with British reinforcements, allows them to push out and across Sinai into there, and eventually up into. Churchill succeeded with the story of the Dardanelles, the largest Palmaras and tonnage sunk by ships, all wars combined by a Turkish mine layer. I succeeded with the story. Okay, hello, Moradin. Yeah, the largest Palmar sunk by a ship, by a Turkish mine layer. Oh, good. Yes. So yeah, and so Dardanelles or the Gallipoli landings there. The British were able to withdraw here. 13,000 plus were unable. Oh, plus of more dead. Also, were unable to withdraw. The relieving forces took heavy casualties, but were not cut off and able to fall back on Basra to hold that there. So the main objective of protecting the Anglo-Persian oil companies and British access to oil there, keep its fleet going, is successful in the Mesopotamian campaign, but the attempt to take Baghdad is completely a failure and is pretty bad. But it does pull troops away from, say, the Suez/Sinai type front, because you have to have, some fairly large amounts of Turkish forces here, because the Arab militias are just not very effective on their own. So yeah, that's it. Now, we have a little bit of time left, so